Welcome back, ladies and gents. Not on holiday yet, soon, but not yet. If you haven't done so, guys, click the like button, please, and also click subscribe. Major update. After 5 days of to and fro legal wrangling, and then the formal submission of a public interest defence, YouTube, get this, have decided that the bookshop video, fascist bookshop video, will be staying on its platform. That's correct, folks. YouTube have decided that not only is it an accurate and faithful video of events that day, but more importantly, the key determinant was the use of a certain word. Now, bear in mind, guys, BBC News, The Independent, The Telegraph, The Times, and The Guardian, the leading British publications, all used the same word when they were describing the events of that day. Fascist, political fascism. No mentions of Nazism, no mentions of racism, no mentions of extreme right-wing activity. Fascism, political fascism, determining that your opponent deserves to be crushed by force of numbers or, intimidated, etc. Now, of course, on this channel, we don't do intimidation. We don't get intimidated, folks. It doesn't matter what the circumstances are. We stand up for what is right, and we report accurately and truthfully and faithfully. So that video will stay on the channel, and it's actually a good thing that YouTube had a good look at it, because their legal support, and I've got all the emails, their legal support, folks, is obviously among the very best in the world. So the fact they looked at it so closely over many days and decided, you know what, it stays, it speaks volumes. So that video stays on the channel, guys, which is good news, because despite another person's attempts at using the privacy process in the usual hypocritical way to have it removed, YouTube effectively threw out that argument and agreed with what I was saying about the fact that, look, if this has been covered accurately and faithfully, and it was not, folks, let's just confirm this, it was not overturned in any court later on. It's an absolute load of nonsense. What happened is that one person who was reported as being there with the group did claim that she was not there at the time, and that indeed was the case. It was her story, or her part of the story, was corrected by the media. But a certain person that was there, that filmed it all, he never went to any court, he never cried any defamation, he never got any media apology. It's all a load of absolute rubbish. And you know what? If I'm wrong, publish it. Publish the court document where it states you were given an apology, where it states you won damages, where it states the media retracted their claims of fascist intimidation of a bookseller. And the reason that they can't be and will not be published is they don't exist, folks. When I do my research, I do it thoroughly. So there we are, the gauntlet is thrown down. Please, please, please feel free to publish those non-existent documents confirming the apology from the media. That's enough of that, and we will not refer to it anymore, because it's done. We're in a new spot today, people. We are, I was going to say at the rear, kind of semi at the rear, at the side of Westminster Abbey. And the light was so wonderful, I thought to myself, hey, why don't we show the viewers some of the finest Gothic architecture, along with Notre Dame, of course, in Paris, in the world, here in London. So we're going to cross over. Actually, are we? I'm just trying to think. Actually, yes, we will cross over. Why the hell not? We will cross over. This, incidentally, this little spot here is where you will often see British parliamentarians and other people being interviewed by the media. If there's a big news story, this little sort of green area right opposite the house. We haven't started so far along before, simply because it is a bit of a trot. It won't take us long to get back toward horseguards, but this whole area has a sort of almost a medieval feel, It's gloriously unique, and it feels very much, in some respects, like the Tower of London. This is the original stonework, for example. Over here we have a jewel tower. Yes, it's not the jewel tower from the Tower of London, folks. This is another jewel tower, and it can be visited. Yes, it can. There it is, poking out. I'll pop around the corner and show you the jewel tower. We might visit these locations a little bit more closely on a later date. But the funny thing is, we're around the horseguards area. We've seen Parliament, we've seen Westminster Abbey, we've seen everything around here, except this sort of super cute architecturally outstanding part of London, which is, again, minutes, folks. It's less than a 10-minute walk, depending on how fast you walk. English Heritage, a dual tower. And this is that tower, folks. Look at this. Another little mini masterpiece, somewhat lost in the hustle and bustle of central London. All that traffic, all those tourists, all those visitors and other people around. And yet we have this. Untouched for, I'm guessing, and this is a guess, 800 years I would think. Possibly 1,000 years, can't be sure. Haven't read the literature because I wasn't actually expecting to focus on this. I kind of forgot it was here. But let's just say it's been here for a little bit longer than any of you, or indeed I have been. I have no idea if this moat was originally filled with water or whether it was used for the grazing of cattle. But what an extraordinary thing to see, guys, on a sunny morning. Truly magnificent, as we're so close as well to horseguards and everything else. We're not going to go any further along, we'll save that for another day. But this way, look at what we can see. More greenery, absolute spot-on perfect greenery, etc. Everything's been heavily planted, and more importantly, you can see that it's all perfect. Why? Global media often focus on this area, that's why. And beyond the stone wall there, yet more glorious period buildings. From here they look Tudor. Anybody wants to correct me, please feel free to do so in the comments. This one, no idea, folks. Never had a good look at that. Again, if you want to add it into the comments with a timestamp, please feel free. So, standing under this magnificent tower with an absolutely gigantic, and it really is massive, Union flag aloft. I'm just thinking, is it better to cross over and walk along? Yeah, it is. And the reason being, it's going to make it a lot easier to get to horseguards if we're on the other side of the road. Now, this is the far end of the parliamentary estate. In other words, we're pretty much at the farthest spot from Parliament Square. I need to kind of go along a teeny bit. Obviously, you've got these exceedingly heavy steel barriers to stop vehicles being naughty and trying to smash their way in. So we're going to go just the end of this barrier around within the security cordon, which is still a public space on the public highway. You might have got me there in the camera, in the mirror, sorry, filming myself with my own camera. Okay, so here it is. This is the entry point, folks. If we look ahead, on the corner is where we normally start, okay? Vast gardens going down to the river behind me. It's a beautiful, beautiful walk, people, which will be done on another day. And again, the architecture against the light, that sandstone, absolutely magnificent, is it not? Let me try and go a bit quicker to get in front of this group. One thing we don't want to do is get stuck behind a gaggling school group. Parliamentary estate through the gate. Brief view. Bear in mind, anything that I film or point the camera toward as I walk here is perfectly legal because we are on the public highway. See, even in there, look. It wouldn't surprise me at all, having watched some of the auditor channels, if somebody came out and started to remonstrate. But just look at the architecture, folks, inside the Palace of Westminster. Look at this. Is that not thoroughly magnificent? I'm still outside, guys. I'm not inside. Gosh, a little bit noisy with the sound. Wait, let's get back in front of the school group. Actually, wait, I'll let them walk on for a second. I'm still on the public highway. Now, it might well seem as though I am on the parliamentary estate. And strictly speaking, it's a 50-50 thing. The parliamentary estate is adjacent to the public highway. At the moment, I'm standing on a cobble on the parliamentary estate. If I set one foot to my left, I'm on the public highway. This is why no one's going to care less what I'm filming or where I'm filming from. But the contrast between this somewhat shaded area here, already got a security guard eyeballing, and the rest of the palace, going around towards Elizabeth Tower and Big Ben, utterly extraordinary, is it not, folks? The way the light's hitting the building in the distance, extraordinary. I say the building, I mean it's still the Palace of Westminster. That part of the Palace of Westminster. Even those old gas lamps as we walk along. Utterly, spectacularly, gloriously perfect, isn't it, really? Let's be honest. This is the barrier for the VVVIPs. I'm not a VVVIP, so I can't get in. No admission for moi. Police here, I'm guessing, a parliamentary and diplomatic protection. Parliament, to the best of my knowledge, doesn't have its own police force. Guys, can I ask you a question? Separate parliamentary and diplomatic protection or MOD? Sorry? I am, but it's facing that way, it's not facing onto you guys. I'm asking if you guys are separate, so Met, are you parliamentary and diplomatic or...
We are parliamentary and diplomatic protection, but we're part of the Met.
This is sort of a subsection within the Met, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so very much. Thank you. Okay, folks, he was worried that the camera was on his face. It wasn't, and obviously I mentioned that it wasn't. I don't do that. Not unless it's somebody we know, and they typically will ask for consent. I didn't realise that they were a subsection of the Met, actually. I thought it was completely separate, like the Ministry of Defence Police. They're also completely separate, or they are, sorry, completely separate from the Metropolitan Police. So I didn't know that, actually. So another lesson learned. Who's this? Oh, Richard I, Coeur de Lion. Gosh. Coeur de Lion, Heart of a Lion, I think. 1189 to... can't see. Magnificent though, isn't it, really, folks? I mean, we've got to be honest, it's glorious. Yeah, I always save the surprises, don't I, until the right moment. And there we have it. Gothic architecture at its finest. Directly opposite, Gothic architecture at its finest, part of the Abbey, as I mentioned before. We got lucky today. The weather is bright, it's breezy, in the sunshine it's warm. I would say it feels like 15, even though the headline temperature is only 11. I didn't actually notice before so many armed officers. This is the Cromwell Green visitor entrance, folks. I guess if you've paid or you've been invited, this is the spot where you are allowed to enter. Security notice. I guess everything is searched, etc. Sorry, tours are sold out today. Book a tour in advance. Oh, if anybody wants to scan the QR code, there it is. UK Parliament tours, book tickets here. Wow. I mean, I've been in before, a long time ago actually. I remember a couple of times going in during Prime Minister's questions with a certain Tony Blair. There's Big Ben, Elizabeth Tower, just poking up. And we're back on familiar ground, folks. Everything will start looking familiar once again. Little cloudy, not dramatically so, but I think we should end up with fairly decent light today. I mean, the clock tower against that blue sky, wow. Yeah, we hit the field of sweet spot, didn't we, today, that's for sure. Colours are popping. Protest-wise, would you believe, guys, there's not a single major event listed for tomorrow? Yeah, unusually enough. Such a lovely, soothing sound on the eardrums. The British ambulance. And also, we can't normally get the two of them in one shot, but we can from this spot. There is the London Eye and the Elizabeth Tower just in the same shot. The building to the left of the London Eye is Portcullis House. It's an office block, an annex effectively to the main Palace of Westminster, which contains offices for some MPs and their staffers and parliamentary aides. When it was built, it was very controversial because it cost an absolute fortune, and there was a lot of talk of wastage and overspend. But hey, no expense can be spared for our political lords and masters, folks. Am I right? I mean, let's not worry about British homeless, veterans, disabled people having their PIP payments cut. As long as MPs are comfy, it's all good. That's their way of thinking, just to clarify, not mine. Okay, so we're going to skip the phone boxes because we had more than a sufficient introduction, and we're going to skip that exceedingly awkward crossing point that we fell victim to a few days ago. Oh. Okay, now luckily the lights are not really green, but I mean they're green enough. 1 second. It just changed from green to red, so I thought we don't want to get stuck here for another 5 minutes. Boom. Lucky with the timing then, very lucky. So that's the way we normally head across the road. Could you do me a favour? Excuse me. Could you pass me that bottle? You see the water bottle? The bottle, this bottle. Ah, Italian. Ah, grazie. What a nice guy. He didn't understand what I was asking. Yeah, people think it's some kind of a scam when I asked them to pass me my water bottle. I forgot to tack it onto the kit, folks. So I'm going to do that in just a second. 1 minute. Whilst our Italian friend heads along. I'm just going to pop this down for a second, guys, and attach the bottle properly. 1 second, okay? And then we will continue on our merry way. Hopefully I don't drop the camera. What? That's it there. It's nestled between my knees. 1 second, everybody. It's automatically tracking whoever walks in front of it at the moment. Yeah. It's a lot warmer than I thought, so we need the water bottle. Okay, we continue. Golly, it's actually really, really warm, even on this side. The other side, when we cross over, filming outside horseguards, it's going to be roasting. The troopers are going to be sweating their whatever's off. In this, 100%. My goodness, if I'm in the shade and it feels like 15, the other side of the road's going to feel like 20, low 20s. Yikes. I'm not entirely certain why we've got such a huge amount of traffic this morning. Nothing noticeably happening at Parliament Square, and as I was saying, there's nothing on the calendar. It's a gloriously bereft calendar this weekend. Doesn't mean we won't get spontaneous protests, doesn't mean we won't get a few head cases turning up, it doesn't mean we won't get things kicking off. It just means that anything that does is not pre-planned, has not been given pre-authorization by the police for a staging point, let alone a PA system or stewarding. But you know, every day's like that pretty much. What happens, happens. Now, I think by the time we get there, I haven't even looked at the time yet, we should be roughly close to the changeover point. Not the regimental, the blues will already be back, but the horses, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Today, to be honest, guys, is actually it's t-shirt weather, to be honest. Yeah, I could be walking along here in a t-shirt. We'll see, I think, a lot of people wearing t-shirts and short sleeves today. Gosh, that caught me by surprise. It was chilly when I went out this morning. I'm like, oh, thank goodness I've got 2 layers. Now I'm like, I wish I didn't have 2 layers. Nice car. Wow. Very swish. Top of the range Bentley. Oh gosh, my grocery delivery's late as usual. I wonder, flipping hell. I wonder if people are starting to use Marks and Spencer's. He was supposed to be at my place at 9:30. And look, it's just busy sightseeing here in Westminster. Disgraceful. What does he expect I was going to have for lunch if he's this late? Now, like all of you, I'm also wondering, is it going to be busy at horseguards? What can I say, guys? I mean, how long is a piece of string, realistically? That's the only thing that can be said. Okay, we've got a brief lull in the traffic. Not lol, lol. Oh, hold on, I thought the tuk-tuk driver, no, he stopped, he's going past me now. It looked as though he'd bashed into another vehicle. A naughty tuk-tuk driver. In fact, yeah, most people have got short sleeves. See the guys waving back there. They're smart. I'm clearly not. I'm clearly less smart. It's a bit like wearing a fur coat in August, to be honest. Yikes. Silly me. Okay, so German is the first spoken language we've heard today. Now, I'm certainly expecting we're going to get a German, Spanish, French warning. Oh, she's running. But missed the bus. Never mind. Yeah, Western European languages, I'm guessing. Typically, though, Friday tends to be China Day at Horse Guards. We get more Chinese tourists on Fridays, no idea why, than any other day. Today, I don't really know what we can expect people, to be quite honest. I mean, we had more drama in the last two videos than in the last 2 weeks, so I'm approaching with a reserved mind. Now, I'm guessing, by the way, that everybody's sort of semi-circled, that they're just bringing out the 2 new horses right now. Golly, I mean, talk about perfect timing. I'm not going to try and squish in because all these people have been waiting. Look at that. Just heading off, there's a lady trooper. The second horse through the gate was a lady trooper. That instinctively I didn't recognise. Could be a new one, I guess. I know the Blues got a new lady trooper recently. I wasn't aware that she was already on duty, but we might have to wait until next time to see that. Now, if you remember the video from a few days ago with the laughing Chinese tourist who got told extremely loudly to get out of the box, it was this trooper in front of us in the box who was responsible for the shout. Yeah. So we will, this morning, for the moment, focus this end. Wow, I mean, it's busy. Oh, it's proper chocker. Look at this. They're all flooding through the gate and thoughtfully crouching as they do. Oh, what's this fellow up to? I wonder. Hold on a second, we've got a whole bunch of guards coming out of the... Hiya, morning. I wonder what their guards just come out, but I don't know what they're wearing. What the head kit? Oh, Christ. 1 second, let's go and have a look. 1 second, be back. I'm just going to go into the yard, guys. They are out in a group. We've got lots of troopers in... Actually, wait, no, they're too young. It's a group that have had a tour. They're not troopers. I thought from the front they were troopers. It looks like a group... School group, no? Judging by probably more likely, I think, a public school group, no? To have got access into the yard and the stables, I would think. Certainly looks like it.
I'm lucky I was yesterday. Came along this time and had a shutdown at 12.
There was some sort of prep or rehearsal at the back, wasn't there, yesterday for something?
I don't know what it was. No,
yeah, household division. Some of the officers were. I don't know what was going on.
I had a word with the copper. He didn't know what was going on, but.
Yeah, household division. I'm not sure what they were preparing for yesterday. State visit, possibly. I mean. I don't know. That would have been funny. I was thinking new recruits with those hats, but no, just because they swarmed out of the gates, the stable area. Interesting.
Yeah. Well, the heads up with the long guard last night.
Yep.
We know Madge is in town.
He is in hospital, in fact. Yeah. I think.
Has he gone back in, or is he?
I don't know. I mean, as of last night, I read that he was in hospital.
Oh no, I heard he got into Clarence House in the evening. So
yeah.
I was hoping he was still
on
there.
the mend, hopefully.
Yeah. No, because of the heads up, I have to have a look at the long guard, and it looks seriously depleted. The
well, I mean, a long guard is now effectively a short guard, and the short guard's a shorter guard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Let's be honest.
It doesn't look anywhere near as good. It's only 2 in number, but it definitely looks good.
It kind of offsets it a little bit, doesn't it? It looks more like a five-a-side football team.
That's right.
Doesn't it, then? Unfortunately. But, let's just keep our fingers crossed that it returns sooner rather than later.
Yeah, you'll have to stop educating people with all these technical terms on your videos.
Wait, which technical term?
No, I'll tell you. No, this morning, 11 o'clock this morning, I was with an old couple from Las Vegas.
Okay.
And then the bloke started asking me, are the blue uniforms the corporals and are the red uniforms?
Oh, okay.
So he had the terminology, he had corporals and you know, and he knew the difference between the uniforms.
But confused about which notes
regiments and ranks and all that sort of thing.
But to be honest, it took me many months of kind of going over it even to sink in, because I don't think about it now, but there is a lot here to bear in mind, isn't there, in terms of ranks,
no, I mean,
the way
that's
things
why
work
I come
and so
along,
on.
yeah, so I never took any much notice when I was younger. When I used to work in town, used to wander through here, don't take any notice.
Yeah.
It's only now I've got the time.
This is and the same, to be honest, exactly the same. Yeah. No time before, but now more than enough time. Actually, yeah,
I'm this way to the park.
they're actually going to the MOD now, so yeah, that's what it was. Organised tour, possibly junior soldiers from a foreign or Commonwealth nation.
Right, see you again, mate.
Enjoy the weather. See you soon, yeah? Okay, folks, regular contributor there. Extremely knowledgeable, as you heard. He really does know his stuff, and he's thoroughly lovely. Massive respect, as ever, to Barry for his kind words to myself and all of you, the viewers. Okay, so we're back at the front, folks, after a very brief detour. Yeah, that was curious. It's very unusual to see a group of that size emerging from the stable area. So, of course, immediately I'm thinking, hold on, it's probably going to be a group of new recruits. But in the end, no. Okay, so someone's getting in the box. Get ready. Again, our man straight away get back. Every single time. And it's always at the beginning. She just dragged the kid out of the box. Bless her. 1 second, let's move the camera around. Yet seen. Oh, actually, just having a look at the. You're going to like the troop at the other end as well, folks. Damn it, it's a bit annoying actually. We've got two top troopers in the boxes today. This end, our man here who's always really on it, as we saw a few days ago, and as we've just seen. And at the other end, the extremely authoritative. We've seen him more times as a stableman, although we have seen him in boxes before. Very authoritative, very well, clearly spoken South African trooper. I'm not giving anything away by telling you that, because we've all heard him speak when he clears away the peasantry from the bollards. Yes. We'll have a look at that in a second, folks, when it dies down here. But I'm actually glad they've just had the changeover, because not only have we got two super duper troopers out now on the horses, but they'll be here for this entire video. So I'll move between them when I think it's appropriate to do so. They're all getting really close, but he's on it, as he always is, to be entirely honest. Right, so the other trooper, as I mentioned, who is equally on it. I only thought I'd move so quickly because at the other end we've just seen him telling somebody to immediately vacate the box. Yes. Trying to move back carefully. There we are. Gives us a good overview of where the lines meet the box in this spot. I've got a feeling, everybody. Oh, hold on a second. Trumpeter on the grey is just leaving. Here we go. Look at this. Fantastic, eh? Absolutely magnificent. Wow. Just caught it. I heard a clip. I wasn't sure. Clippy clop. I thought it might have been the police horses. Just caught it. I wasn't even looking in the yard for that. I was looking in the yard because the group going through the gates, optically it looks as though they were heading straight into there. Yeah, picnic number 2. I didn't know it was on guard this morning because we were not here that early to see it. But hey, caught the grey, just. Right, let's walk around this group. Aussie group, I heard him say, hi live stream. It's not actually a live stream, but that's the best part about actually not live streaming, folks. People wanting to get on your stream. Curious phenomenon, but hey. Okay, our man here on the right. Actually, there were 2 of them. They left straight away when they looked at the camera, and they're off. Odd. Oh, yes, more German students arriving. They're building up their forces just behind me. I'm not going to let them breach my Maginot Line no matter what. I don't care how many panzers they brought with them. The thing is, they're all going to stay behind me now. Horses. Who's this cloppy beast, everybody? It's got 4 white socks and no distinguishing facial markings that I can see, at least. He's busy glancing at the ground. Not sure why. Oh. Incidentally, everybody, thank you to those of you, who translated what the German teachers, plural, had said. I don't know who that is whistling over the road. What the German teachers or tour guide or tour group leaders had said to the students that were sitting casually and leisurely on the chain. Much appreciated, folks. That's the best part of this channel, just the facts and things that you guys often bring up and help me out with, but clarification on meaning and context, because obviously it helps massively to know what was said. So teacher clearly knew that it was inappropriate. Real pity that teacher wasn't there when the invasion began. Good numbers. I think we're starting to see the first few people that have arrived from the palace, to be honest. I think there are going to be a lot more. I did mention Chinese Friday. Here it is. Yeah, I think we'll get a lot more during the course of this morning. The other end is completely surrounded by German students. We'll head back there shortly. I don't want to get myself caught in a pincer movement. The opportunity for jokes and so actually, you know what? I'm not even going to go there. The jokes involving Germanic themes are considerable, folks, when you're at a military site such as this. Well, sorry, I'm holding the camera a bit too high. I was going to say this guy looks really short. He's not really short. It's just me filming too high. And another one. And I'm moving the camera left, right, left, right. I'm going to get seasick in a minute. Okay, so it's an Italian-German split, everybody. He's in the box. Kind of. Beautiful light actually at this end. The trooper has pulled himself back so as not to need to squint. Smart, I would do the same. If I move the camera around people, you can see the numbers here are quite considerable, but it's a bit of a squishy mush, in all honesty. If we're going to film at this end, it needs to be at the right spot, otherwise there's no point. So let me slowly wriggle in to, inverted commas, the right spot. Very slowly. As people vacate the spot to my left, I'll shuffle along somewhat. Still surprisingly large number of tour groups that are stopping in the yard to be educated or to have it explained to them where they are and the function of this place. Maybe in some respects the absence of the foot guards is helping with that process and not hindering it. What do I mean? Well, less people are stopping to gawp and I was going to say harass, but I don't think really people don't very often harass, but to point and to jostle around the archways. Now there's space for tour groups and other people to wait. All good? Yeah?
This was anyone who come through here.
Okay.
Or through around front. Spoke to right up now. It's been busy.
I was going to say, it must be on the Mall, Buckingham Palace, it must be mad this morning, no?
It was mad.
Yeah. This is why I don't go there anymore.
Film crew at the side stables yard, told by the armed police, don't film there, go on now.
Oh, actually, yeah, sorry, of course there's going to be the global media there as well, aren't there? Just in case something, happens again.
They're all gone since before the contact.
Yeah. I mean, here, reasonable this morning, it's pretty chocker. I think it's going to get a lot busier. What do you think about the foot guard removal? Oh, great, is it? Yeah, for the moment. Temporary, but open-ended temporary. So, I mean, that could equal a week, could equal 3 months. Yeah, if somebody does know, they're not saying anything, but let's just say it's an open-ended removal.
And they've changed the foot guards as well.
What they decided to do is take away chitsmen and gatesmen and also reduce the numbers coming over. So the long guard would have 2 less members than previously, and at the end of day inspection at 4 o'clock, 5 troopers, out of the box again, 5 troopers instead of 7. There was a household division rehearsal for, I don't know what it was, I wasn't here, but there was a household division rehearsal. Yeah. I'm guessing probably either senior military or another VIP visiting. I thought instinctively it was GSM Stokes, but Princess Anne?
Yeah.
Ah,
Yes.
wait, here or at Wellington? Ah, maybe that has something to do with it then, no?
Ambassador ceremony yesterday afternoon.
Ah, okay, all right, that explains a lot.
Came out Clara, so we went to Buckingham's.
I mean, it helps, I guess, another senior member of the royal family distracts attention from
Charles.
the rest of it at the moment, which has got to be a positive, actually. Smart PR move, to be honest. Have some other senior faces out and about.
Well, Charles has left.
Out of London for the weekend, you mean? Yeah. Well, I mean, at least he's not in hospital anymore. That's got to be a huge positive. I didn't see the news other than yesterday afternoon. I was out last night and then woke up this morning. People started messaging saying, "Oh, is the king around?" What happened? So just a brief sort of reaction. Okay. As if there wasn't enough bad news already. Then Thailand last night. See that as well. Earthquake in Myanmar. Building collapse in Thailand. It's constant bad news these days, no? On the whole. Well, at least this weekend's quiet. There's nothing on the schedule at all mooted for Central in terms of protests. No road closures, nothing unusual. So.
London Landmarks Marathon.
Ah, perfect. That's exactly going to be when I'm laying on the beach. Yeah, I'll be on holiday now.
Good for you. I'm going to go. I need to go up to Faslane now.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been invited by the Royal Navy photographers.
Okay. I'll see you soon. Yeah. If I don't see you before my holiday, I'll definitely see you straight after.
Yeah, you will do. I think I'm up here Friday. So I'm doing Cavalry Friday.
I'll still be away next Friday, but I'll be back a little bit after that, I hope.
Enjoy your holiday.
Yeah, you too. See you soon, okay? Okay, folks. That's another, doesn't appear on camera, but he's probably the longest standing military police photographer in London. Lovely guy. We've spoken to him many times. He's now off for an engagement with the Royal Navy. Yes. Navy personnel in London. I don't know how many people we got on camera being told to move. I saw at least 1, possibly 2. At the other end, the troopers had a very, 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 very easy time in the other box. Like, just no issues at all, to be honest. So it's good that we're at this end and not at the other end, at least for the moment. Oh. People bringing raincoats and stuff, anticipating they're going to get soaked. Not today. I'll just step back a teeny bit, folks, for a minute, because there's a lot of people here still getting pictures and so on, but as you can see, the vast majority are staying way, 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 way back. Like, way back. Now, I know what you're wondering, are we going to get any apple-holding obsessives here this morning? Possibly. Guess we'll find out shortly. Italian guy debating how close he can get. Troopers eyeballing them. I was pretty sure we were going to have a repeat them. Yeah, another Chinese takeaway, but it didn't happen. Oh, Andy McDowell on the left. Right. So somebody's coming out with a big placard that says "Boss." I wonder if they're going to come over for a PR photo op. Beautiful light today hitting the yard. Let's say there's some tourists if they actually wanted to get themselves forward at some point. Come on. Oh, here he is. Finally. Oh, and we've got the green cross code man walking by them. His lime-coloured puffer. Way too hot to be that dressed. Get ready for it. Oh. The trooper only got to say "excuse me." See? I heard him say "la linea." La linea. La linea. And the US tourists, this group of ladies. Who's next? Straight in the box. Oh. Julia's not listening. And she's part of the Italian group with the guy that was just there. So that's 2 from that group so far. I guess the word isn't spreading fast enough, is it? La linea. Maybe they need to utilize this part of the wall. Oh, hold on. Everyone's pushing in that way. The Chinese lady just tried to walk over. She's up next. Straight in the box. Get ready for it. Yeah, again. Straight away. We're getting quite good at our little sonar detection of verbal instructions inbound. It's almost like we can hear them before they're spoken by the trooper himself. Okay, who's up next? Oh, that's a nice little semicircle they've formed there around the horse. I'm enjoying being in this spot actually, guys, because at the moment, right here, right now, it is absolutely flipping boiling. And I'm not even in the sunshine, can you believe it? There's no way I'm stripping off. We already had one pause, didn't we, when I had to get the water bottle, which I think was more than enough. Actually, I think we're wearing Man United tracks here, looks like. She waited so patiently, this lady, in fact, while everybody else was just sort of pushing in and ignoring the fact she was kind of in the queue. Oh, here we are. Best dressed tourist, folks. She's dressed for skiing in Zermatt, except that it's 20 degrees in London. Boots, puffer coat, furry collar, bobble hat. The only thing missing is gloves and ski goggles. Wow, that's way too much. She must be boiling. Oh. Okay, who's up next? Uh-oh. Let's hope this time she doesn't get told off. There are, curiously enough, more people in the yard at the moment than there are at the front. So much for, the yard will be deserted when they remove the gatesman and the chitsman. Looks like it's had the opposite effect. I think tour groups are going to see the yard as a place to rest, let their group potentially sit on the ground and eat and drink in the summer. I don't mean in the arches, I mean generally just in the yard. I don't know actually what the response will be. If we see very large groups just sitting on the ground, whether or not that's going to be permitted and allowed to happen, or whether the police are going to insist that anyone sitting moves. Old trooper just turned up for duty in the yard. He's patiently and kindly waiting for people to get their pictures. Who's up next? Thumbs up. The person taking a picture is telling her to get closer, but obviously she doesn't want to go across the line. So fair play to her for resisting the temptation. Who's next? Anyone? Someone? No one? Everyone? I swear that's that guy was an Easy Rider, no, with Dennis Hopper. This bro is just like, the manure under the horse. Can I take some of it back to Italy and plant it in my Sicilian lemon tree grove? They should actually, folks, bag it, brand it with Duchy Originals Organic, His Majesty's brand, and sell it. I absolutely guarantee you, Duchy Organic manure, either at the guard store or elsewhere, it will be snapped up. And I'm actually not being sarcastic, you know it would. Okay? Horse guards manure, instead of binning it, I mean they're shoveling up either at the end of the day or during the day, it's being wasted, it's going in the rubbish. It would sell. We know it would sell. 100% it would sell. In fact, I'd even buy some. Even though I'm not a gardener. You know, don't forget guys, a rancid cabbage like me needs soil nutrition to stay humorous and light-hearted. On the whole, actually, people are standing way back today and being respectful. In other words, the exact opposite of what we thought would happen, generally speaking. Okay, let's head to the other end again, turning slowly. Yeah, look, see, plenty busy, large groups stopping and being informed of whatever it is they're being informed of in the yard. Great thing to see, eh? So the yard might evolve to have a new function. That of staging point for tour groups and other people. I mean, there's no guarantee, folks, but that's kind of what I'm surmising. Second, I'm back a little bit further than usual, just because of the fact that I could be out of the sunshine here. But if I take 2 steps forward, I'm fully in the sunshine again. I am sort of generally keeping an eye in the yard because a lot happens that is missed by myself and by everyone. Okay, this man is a little too close. Wandering around in the box. Curious. Very curious, actually. As we didn't get a good look at the troopers that were on when I arrived, and because there is a small chance that one of, if not both, are new troopers, I will probably stick around and check, and if so, we might have a part 2. Got a lot ready for publication, folks, when I'm away next week, so have no fear. Some of you are asking, which channel should you watch when I'm away? The only answer to that question is none, basically. Oh, they were about to march right in. Mum stopped them right on time. Lovely colours, actually, some people are wearing today. A lot more pink than orange, though, alas. Oh, another well dressed. Someone next to me. My boyfriend said, "Are you going to go?" She said, "No, I don't want to get killed by a horse." Like, wait, what? I couldn't really see that happening yet. I mean, let's be honest, any adult would be more than capable of running away if, for example, the horse got nervous. Some of the people, though, to be honest, we've seen sort of freeze when the horse comes out of the box and has a little moment Yes, folks, there's the bell, but no, folks, we have still not got a gatesman to come to the front. That's the 1:30 bell. You can probably just see it, noon. And the numbers here are only increasing. Look, you see tons of people arriving through the tunnel. Yeah. The only thing I'm definitely going to miss, without a shadow of a doubt, is the activity in the tunnel, ladies and gents. Yeah. Especially when the trooper stops at the end. Yeah, everybody's sort of frozen for a minute. 1 minute. Oh my goodness me. Okay, so we're back at this end for now. Mainly because the vast majority of people that are coming through the gate are choosing to come this way. The thing is, they're not all going in front of the horse. A lot of them are going behind me and along public highway. It's very quiet here traffic-wise today, which is unusual for horse guards. I'm sure you'd all agree. Some tourists patiently crouching. I don't know what they're waiting for, but crouching on the ground. Okay, there's a little space. Not a very big one. Not just enough room, I guess. If you can post the name of this horse, guys, in the comments. I don't want to take the phone out. Too many people here. Oh. Okay, selfie stick man is here. Who's this dude? He just got in from LA this morning. His meds are wearing off. Oh, goodness me.
Yes, God.
Right on, brother. Who's next?
Martin bliżej.
Oh, loving her green glasses. Look at that on the left. If green... Somebody's husband's telling her to get closer. Those green glasses are absolutely fantastic. I would honestly wear those myself. They're super bright. I think she's just been elevated to best dressed, actually. Very elegant. With a headband and those magnificent glasses. We call them grasshopper glasses. Okay, here's best dressed dude. In fact, his outfit is outstanding. I'm sure I could do a roll neck sweater at 20 degrees, but I would be a melting ice cream, folks, were I wearing that much clothing. Quite some interesting characters, actually, and it is the interesting nature. Not just the dress and the appearance, but the interesting nature and character of the tourists that arrive here and interact with one another, as well as the horse and the trooper guard. Who's up next? See, some people are super cautious about the line, others completely ignore it. Oh, look. I thought he was going to push her the line. I was thinking, actually, one thing that we still haven't had yet, other than the teacher from the Welsh school, we haven't had a single person say to us, you can't film or take a picture of me when I'm with the horse. That would be the absolute best ever. It's never happened yet, which surprises me given the fact that EU privacy laws are comparatively speaking, fairly draconian. At least compared to the privacy laws we have here and also in the US. EU is far stricter in terms of image rights, so it is surprising that no one has yet come over and said, oh, you know, my, I don't know, friend, parent, whatever, is taking a picture and you can't film it as I'm having my picture taken. That will be a classic, the day that happens. In 2 years it hasn't yet, but it will. I'm not moving yet, folks, the other end, because there's still lots of people here. They're just sort of debating whether or not they want to come over, because right now they're all sort of just waiting and watching and deciding what to do next. Looks like it might actually be a fairly chill Friday, which, to be honest, is a nice departure from the chaos that we had at the beginning of the week. It won't last there, because tomorrow, of course, is the weekend, and we know what that means. Yes, we do. Okay, the other end is the one that's now having issues with crowding. See? This group's still pausing for talks and getting changed and other stuff in the yard. So the rebirth of the tilt yard as a staging point. Okay, so here we are back at the other end. She's in the box. Yep, Chinese Friday in full effect. Just turned up in quite large numbers, actually. I've spotted a better position, guys, but I'm just going to wait until everybody finishes with their pictures, and I'll dash across. Because this huge number of people that just arrived are mainly posing on the other side of the horse.
Finally!
The old trooper, bless him, is still at the archers. Huge group shots, but from the other side. Ta-da. So guys, I've got plenty of people waiting on my right, just a small kid on my left. I can't quite see what she's doing on this side. Oh, well-dressed bro is back. YouTube. Yeah.
Mama, how is it quiet?
Somebody asking why the horse is so quiet. I mean, sometimes, but not always. I'm kind of surrounded for a moment. That was interesting, guys. I don't know who. The well-dressed young guy that was at both ends. He's got a security person with him. I thought maybe it was a parent or whatever, but no, it's a security person. That was the person that just walked behind me. I felt literally somebody breathing on my neck. And he was looking at what I was recording. That's why I said YouTube. And he was like, oh, okay. Curious. Right, so we're getting back in. Oh my God, it's packed at this end. What the hell? Look at this. What the? Look at this. Oh my God. Okay, we've got a kind of decent spot. Wow. It is, oh, sorry, absolutely chocker now. You can probably hear about 50 people speaking at once. It really is that bad.
Il est écrit de ne pas toucher.
T'as vu? Il est écrit ne pas toucher.
Mais tu laisses bien.
Yeah, some massive French groups have just turned up. No, it's okay, it's okay, it's okay.
Tu laisses. Nous, on s'entend.
Oops. Sorry guys, you're too small to be in the video. Oh, what is this? Olympique de Marseille.
Olympique de Marseille.
What is Olympique de Marseille? Is it a football team? No, sorry, I don't. Olympique de Marseille. Is it a football team?
No, me, I live in Paris.
Ah, okay. That's interesting. Wow. Olympique de Marseille. Ah, that's what it is. Okay. Thank you. Golly, it's really, really, really jammed right now. And not in a good way. I'm guessing these massive groups have arrived from Marseille. 1 second, guys. I was going to ask the teacher, but he's got his hands full a little bit. Oh my goodness me! They've got so many teachers, but just too many of them to keep them all out of the box, which is a problem. I don't think the trooper's going to shout at them because they're already small. That's why I'm keeping the camera high. Essaye d'avance.
Avance, 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 avance.
Monsieur, parlez-vous anglais?
Oui, oui.
Olympique de Marseille, the football club, or what is it? What is Olympique de Marseille?
Yes, it's a football club.
Oh, it's the
in
Marseille football team.
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Merci beaucoup.
You're welcome.
Okay, the kid did mention it, folks, but I wanted to confirm. So I'm guessing there's a big tournament coming up. Maybe I don't know what it is, but I mean I'm not a follower of football, but clearly something is coming up involving Olympique de Marseille. I'm not sure what's happening at this end today because everyone's getting cool, getting in the box and close, but unlike our man at the other end, not a lot is being said at this end today. No idea why, but it is what it is. Trooper's discretion, as we've said before. Hello. That's the closest anyone's ever got to the camera without realising that they're on camera. Wow. Olympique de Marseille. Golly gosh. That was some of the worst crowding at this end I've ever seen, folks. That was completely and utterly crazy. There must have been, I don't know, 200 plus kids with those 3 adults. Like a gigantic group from Marseille. What the flip? That's the best one. It serves her right now. The boyfriend's got a brilliant video. You got the best video. You will 100% after that, yeah. Spot on. Oh goodness me. The way the sheep recoiled. Brilliant. We did see a recoil quite that dramatic. In some time, the horse looks super chill. Fantastic. I can't wait to see that in slow motion. That was a brilliant recoil. And only only from this spot did we get that so perfectly. I don't understand what's going on with people just marching straight into the box today. You know, kids or not, a lot of the troopers would not stand for it. So I don't quite know what's going on, folks. We'll see. An extraordinary thing to see that lady's response, but now they're all going into the box again. Look. Oh. The horse does not like people utilising his private space. He's like, guys, there's a box there for a reason. That made you jump, didn't it? Oh, goodness me. Wow.
He's expected to move.
Wow. If that had been Ormond, folks, or one of the more nippy, should we say, of the horses, then wow. Actually, wait, let me grab a quick picture of this horse's hoof number if I can, just so that if we do have problems IDing. Oh, actually, wait, I'm pretty sure I know which horse it is. I think it's Young Man, instinctively. Looking at the hoof number, I'm pretty sure it's Young Man. I'll leave it to you guys, but I'm not even going to bother taking a picture. I'd say 99% I'm sure it's Young Man. Those 4 socks and the hoof number immediately, he's got a very distinctive hoof number. Well, I mean, we moved at exactly the right moment as usual, didn't we? It was, it's been weeks since we've seen a recoil, let alone 2 that dramatic. Months even. And it's funny because the second lady that came over in the white t-shirt, I said I didn't expect the horse to move. Like, the horse is not a wax statue. So I have no idea why one would assume that the horse I mean, maybe some of the tourists think the horse has been, told or trained, should we say, not to move. I mean, clearly that's not the case. She's being smart now, having seen what happened to the others. Golly. Oh, hold on, what's this? Which character's that, folks?
It's Flat Stanley.
Flat Stanley?
Yes, it's a book
Okay.
that my second grade grandson had to read.
Okay.
And then what happens is Flat Stanley, because he got flat, he can go in a suitcase and he goes on trips and they learn about geography and history this way.
Ah, wait, so this is a US animated character, yeah?
Actually, you've seen them in England, too.
Yeah, we saw him in England too.
Ah, okay. I have heard of this before, but I wasn't sure what it is.
Yeah, so we laminated him so he'd stay good, but see, our grandson made him. And then this way you send it to family members, but since we were coming to London from the US, we were taking him here and take him all over so he could learn about London.
Ah, okay.
And then the whole class,
Smart.
they'll learn all about wherever they sent their Flat Stanleys got
It
sent
will
to.
probably
Okay.
be the first time that his teacher has seen a Flat Stanley at Stonehenge.
Yes.
At Stonehenge and then at Horseguards.
Yes, so that was a big deal.
Brilliant stuff.
Top of the eye, the whole thing.
But
We've
it,
got to remember that.
Yeah.
it encourages, the fun of reading, the joy of reading.
Yeah.
Plus, they learn
And the-
geography, history, wherever they go, because what they'll do is they'll trace on the map all the places the Flat Stanleys went.
So aspirational character in the sense that they would like to possibly repeat, Stanley's travels.
Yes.
This is a good wow, amazing.
He's been in front of, we've got him this morning with the Rosetta Stone.
Ah,
So
okay.
he's been around while we've been here, yes.
You always, by the sounds of it, you guys have seen a lot already, though.
Oh yeah, we've been here since Sunday.
Yeah, Stonehenge already.
Oh yes, we went there on Thursday. Today we're going to a Colchester United soccer game because my husband's been a fan for 25 years.
I've been
Colchester
following
United.
Colchester United for 25 years. That's the name of the town where we live in Connecticut.
Ah, is it called Colchester, Connecticut?
Yes.
Okay, wow. It's extraordinary, actually, how many towns and cities around the US have a twin name.
Oh,
Is it okay to put this on camera, your shirt?
What's that? I was
Is it okay to
showing
film it?
That-
Like, can I put it on? I've got a lot of US viewers that watch my
Do
videos.
you want to take a photo of it?
Here we go, look at this. Colchester, Connecticut, United States. Wow. Yeah, so Colchester and Essex here in the UK.
We're training out there this afternoon to watch the match. So.
Wait, so you guys, this match is in Colchester?
Yes.
Oh, that's quite a trip, actually.
Yes,
Are you
we
gonna go
know.
train or?
We have to take the tube to the train, to a bus, or an Uber.
Yeah,
We looked at all of them.
it's quite a trek,
I've
but
got-
worthwhile.
Yes.
I've got some people there waiting for me.
Okay.
I contacted the club,
Yeah.
and they're expecting me. They're going to have some souvenirs for me. I'm contacting the supporters.
Oh, wow,
And as
wow.
well as the ultras, I have some gifts for the ultras.
You're going to have an extraordinary day. I wish you the best of luck. Guys.
Thank you.
Thank you for explaining Stanley to me as well.
Yeah, and there's a lot like in Connecticut. I think because of how old Connecticut is, it was done before 1776 when our country, became its own.
Exactly that, yeah,
We
independence.
have like Essex, we have Greenwich, we have so many British names of towns that match.
Extraordinary. Extraordinary.
Town of Plymouth there, right next to Bristol.
Another one we've got.
Take care.
Thanks, guys. Folks, perfect timing for the end of part one. Thank you to the couple. for speaking to me from Colchester in Connecticut. Back soon, guys, for hopefully an interesting part 2. Be right back.